Well, first of all, thank you very much for this award. It's really exciting, surprising, and I just feel like it's a huge honor, and the competition was pretty strong, so it's a huge honor. My name is Joe Abisambra. I'm a neuroscientist. I focus on studying tau biology and how it impacts the pathogenic processes in 25 diseases known as tauopathies. I work at the University of Kentucky. I'm originally from Colombia. I moved to the United States when I was 20 years old and began my career in neuroscience. It was quite a surprise. When I heard the news, I got the email and we were just shocked and wanted to share it. So that first feeling is of course the excitement. And as the days went on, it felt like it was a nice recognition of 17 years to the grind, working hard, the ups and downs of science, and it was both humbling and exciting because there's so much more to do. It's odd because it's been both a side of perseverance while also recognizing when to say no, when to sort of drop, and that has permeated through many aspects of my life. I began medical school when I was in Colombia, and when I was 20 I just quit and moved to the States because I wanted to do research, and research was not viable in Colombia at the time. So that was a big transition, and it's taught me how to see the world at the same time. I've persevered through a career in science and following hypotheses, but when they're proven wrong, they're proven wrong, and it's important to have that knowledge, but also know when to pivot into some other direction. The first key to success for me was building relationships in my field, finding not only collaborators, colleagues, but also trainees have been very important to select mentees, people who who can support me in the lab or even outside of the lab, people I meet at conferences, walking by posters and learning more about other areas that can impact our work. And perhaps more importantly, our mentors for me. We can't do this by ourselves. We won't be able to find cures for Alzheimer's disease and other terrible, crippling neurodegenerative disorders by ourselves. This is a team effort, and I encourage that kind of a sense of building a team. The second tip would be to recognize that our work has a huge impact on mankind. And if we're studying neuroscience, if we're studying intervening in disease and affecting the lives of people today, stepping back to understand the basic pathways of not only neuroscience, but STEM in general, science, technology, engineering, and medicine, has a huge implication for society. And it will certainly move our understanding of the world forward, leaps and bounds. So our work is important, and taking pride in that. And the third tip would be to recognize that in that pride and that impact that our career has, there must be that sense of perseverance and that sense of knowing when to pivot. When I go to I have a folder on my computer with all the grants that I've submitted and all the grants that have been funded. It's really exciting to see. But what's even more striking is that sense of reality of all the grants that were not funded. And not considering them as failures. They're really a journey to have more time to get more data, to learn how to write better, to communicate better. And so it really will lead to that importance of success in getting grants and getting papers, and most importantly, setting knowledge out there. So I guess the tip for that is, and to summarize that bit, is to recognize that we're going to fail more times than the times that we'll succeed, but never consider them as failures, rather steps forward. A final message would be to recognize the point where we are in this process of a career in research. We will always be at some point a mentor and a mentee. I would say that as a mentor, recognize that you have an important role in preparing the next generations. And as a mentee, I would say thank those who have supported you. As a mentor myself, I love to see the people who I've helped succeed and continue to succeed. And it means very little to those who have mentored me just to say thank you. It really is important. So I want to take the opportunity to thank you for this recognition. It's made a difference in how I appreciate what we've achieved so far. And I hope that this initiative will continue to recognize other future scientists.